I'm at 902 Oregon Trail in Wyoming, Ohio, doing a sanitary lateral inspection. They've had some possible backups, and they just want to see if they can diagnose any issues they may have. My access is a floor clean out in the basement bathroom. There is a spot right underneath the sink here. You can see there's the sink, and here is the floor. I've noticed some backing up stuff, staining in this stand-up shower pan. And so, looks like this is cast iron. Looks like there is a little bit of toilet paper and stuff stuck on that where on the drop off. Looks like the cast iron goes almost immediately out of the back, drops into concrete pipe, which is a good thing. Usually concrete pipe doesn't have it's usually really good about keeping roots out. So as long as there's no structural issues as far as the pipe itself, or some sort of any sort of breaking or something from the ground movement, and this should be really good and wide open. Now there are some spots that may be a little more difficult to inspect, and we do have some root intrusion here, a little bit. About 35 feet, but that's not in the flow line. It's not causing any backups or anything. There's a little more there, but no major. There's some more root intrusion. About 43 feet. That's a pretty good amount there. I haven't seen anything that would cause any full backup. There's definitely a lot of root intrusion here. The flow line seems to be open far enough, but this looks full. Maybe we'll push past it, but it would take a lot, I think, for this to back up into the house. I mean, it's 50 feet of pipe here. I was able to get past that, and hopefully I just pushed a big chunk of stuff on down the pipe. So hopefully we can get all the way to the main, and then I can, when I pull back, hopefully we can see better. Sure I'm gonna get past this part. Looks like more roots. So I'm gonna pause the video and go out and see if we can locate this spot and see how far out we are, but there's an awful lot of, usually the concrete's a little bit better about keeping the roots out, but it looks like, I mean, structurally it looks okay up to this 60-foot mark, but I'm not able to get past it. So I'm going to go locate this spot and see if they have a, see if we can tell how far away we are from the main, but this is at least going to need a cleaning. I'm still kind of wondering about it backing up in this. It may just be the branch, because it would have to come in pretty high. So, because it's a huge drop off between where it comes out of the rest of the house and drops into this clean out. It's probably a few feet, so it would take a lot to back it up to the top of that, and it doesn't look like there's enough buildup in water in this line to believe that that's what's causing this backup. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go see. We're going to go try to locate this area. Okay, it's about 3 foot deep. I put a flag down. Looks like this is going to be as far as I can get. There's definitely a lot of root intrusion. But again, I have to run a lot of water, I would think, to get it up to this level. My camera just won't go past due to the amount of tree roots and stuff that are in there. The water is probably lifting up to the point where it's going over top of all those roots, but you can see just how heavy those roots are. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull back and we'll take a look at some of this other stuff, because there's a lot of roots in here that I've pushed through until I kind of poked a hole in there. So this probably needs a pretty good cleaning. Wouldn't be a bad idea. This is really bad. I can't believe I made it through it right here. I don't think it was making it past this point before. You can see the hole that I poked in it. So this is another one I can feel it dragging. I mean, I poked through a lot of roots in here. I just couldn't get through that one spot. So when it gets it back up here, and when it's at the point where we go back into the cast iron, I'm going to push out just beyond that point, and then we'll want to get a mark, because it might be a good idea to have a clean out installed to be able to access this better, to be able to get the roots out. Gotta be getting close. Here we are, vertical. So goes in directly into that concrete, and then I'm going to push it out a little bit past the house. And then I'm going to push it out a little bit. We'll get a locate, and that way if they want to try to have a clean out put in this area, it might not be a bad idea. So I'm going to pause the video again for that. I'm going to have to push it out a little bit further. So, push it out to about 23 feet here. To get past the slab of concrete, right about here would be good. It should be just off the back of the concrete. Okay, so we marked it out there. It's about 3 foot 2 to the top of the pipe. I'm sorry, to the invert. I did not mark the top of the pipe. And so the invert is the inside bottom. It's where the camera's laying. This should be 6-inch concrete. So we're going to try one more thing here. Pull out here, and we're going to try to go through the. Yeah, this is at least 2 feet from the the top of this, clean out to the bottom. So what I'm going to try to do now is take a look at this pan and see if I can get my camera to go through a little bit of it. Situate this a little bit. See if we can see where this is going. Yeah, it's trapped. Yep, there it is. It's an offset trap. And so this is trapped, and it does have some water in it, so I'm going to take a little bit of water and dump it down there while we witness it, and just to make sure that it's going down. There was a bucket sitting there. Dump a little bit of water down in here. Yep, and it's coming through just fine. Water level's not increasing. You can hear it coming through the clean out. So that is trapped, and it is holding water the way it's supposed to, and it's coming straight over into the same line that dumps into this. Same as the toilet, and the floor drain comes in halfway up this clean out here. And so there you go. It does have. I was unable to get past about. I believe it was somewhere around 60 to 80 feet. I thought it was somewhere around 80 feet, but it may have been 60. Anyway, it is marked. There's a large amount of root intrusion in the line. It seems like it is still emptying, and it's holding enough water where it's not backing up into the house. It's able to take enough water and continue flowing. But it is something that will need to be maintained in the future, cleaned, and also marked a location in the back, right off the back, in case you wanted to add a clean out at some point to make things easier if you want to continue to maintenance the line as far as cleaning the roots out, because they will continue to grow into the joints as they go they go down through all those trees. So that'll end the inspection at 902 Oregon Trail in Wyoming, Ohio.